The story of Samuel starts in the womb of Hannah. Hannah was having a lot of problems getting pregnant, but she one day decided to go to the temple and pray. And she committed to God that if you give me a boy child, I'll give him back to you. So Samuel literally was called from the mother's womb. It goes back to Jeremiah. Before I placed you in your mother's womb, I knew you. Now, going forward, Samuel finally came to the place where God was getting ready to call him at a young age. And three times he heard a voice calling him, and he responded by going to the priest Eli, his father, and began to say, "You called me, you called me." And two times Eli said, "No, it wasn't me, go back to bed." The third time, Eli recognized that God was speaking to Samuel. Now, this is the role of a mother, a spiritual mother, and fathers. The roles that we see today is more controlling and manipulative, but the roles of the true spiritual fathers and mothers, and I would call spiritual midwives, is to recognize when God is birthing something in the children. We love to claim our daughters and sons. That's my spiritual son and that's my spiritual daughter. But when you have illegitimate children that are not growing up, they are malnourished, they're not being trained, they're not being developed, then are you really the spiritual mother or father for them? Because they should go to a place of growth and development. A child that's still sucking on the breast of their mother is not growing. So Eli recognized that it's now time to teach him how to hear the voice of God. Every spiritual mother and father should be training their daughters and sons, if we want to call them that. We get caught up in how many daughters and sons we have, and how many are following us, and how many are carrying our Bibles and carrying our waters. But how many mothers and fathers, spiritual mothers and fathers, what I call midwives, are training up their children to hear God and to prepare them to send them out? We have too many mothers and fathers looking for members to build their church versus looking for people to build the kingdom of God. And when you have daughters and sons that are hearing God, but they don't know how to recognize his voice, then parents, it's time to teach them how to hear God, how to begin to recognize the voice of God. It's time for the midwives to rise. It's time for us to begin to birth our children into the purpose and call and the destiny that's on their life.